Hello, I'm Tony, and today we are back in the 90s, playing Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, a point-and-click adventure free from Prime Gaming until the end of November 2022. How did Amazon get all these games from LucasArts? Seem to be releasing one a month. Full disclosure, I am not really a fan of these games in general, so I followed a walkthrough for my review. I'm glad I did, because I got to see the story play out, which is pretty much the film, which is kind of fun. Without the walkthrough though, the gameplay at the beginning is very much try every action on every object, which is pretty much where I would dip out normally. To be fair, there's not too many objects, and there's a fair bit more to the game than just that. There's a couple of maze-like locations that you can find a guide to, speech challenges that I worked a few out by myself, and there's plenty of non-click puzzles. There are also fights. I would check F5 and the help option to get the controls for that. There's always an optional flying a biplane action sequence, so quite a few things that extend the gameplay outside of the usual point and click games, at least my experience of them. Obviously the graphics are old, pixelated, and the sound is 8-bit, which very much reminds me of my younger days. It all still manages to convey the story and actions pretty well, to the point that I'm a little bit concerned if I play the theme tune, it would be copyright claimed. Unlike the previous LucasArts games Amazon have given out for free, this one isn't overtly comedic. That's not to say there's not funny moments, but they're much more in line with the sort of comedic parts of the Indiana Jones films, rather in the same vein as the previous games. This does help add to the feeling of playing through the film though. I enjoyed a lot of the game, despite not enjoying the genre in general, which says a lot. I would recommend practicing the fighting right at the start of the game. You do need to get the hang of it. I was forced to fight once, and if I lost the match, the game ended. So it's important to be able to do it well at least once. There's more times where you can get into a fight, but it tends to be the outcome of a failed speech option. Generally it's avoided, but there was one time it couldn't be. There are some good puzzles in this. Some not too obvious, but not too obscure puzzles that I really felt quite happy when I worked them out myself. I did try and do that, rather than use the walkthrough. For the middle and later part of the game, I think I probably only used the walkthrough half the time. It was if I got lost, I didn't want to waste too much time mapping stuff out or whatever. The game, all told, took around 2 hours or so, with the walkthrough. It's a good sort of 4 or 5 hours at least, I reckon, without the walkthrough. It's definitely a recommend for me for fans of the genre. It was a really good example of it. Right, I'm now going back to the future of 2022. Yes, I know, wrong film series. But thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.